who's the content for that you're making? Is it for you? Then why are you making it about you when you're uncomfortable? You know what I mean? So Brad showed the big six, as I call them: Facebook, X, TikTok, all those things. Who here doesn't have all six? Why? Most common answer I usually get is, I don't like that platform. Right? You guys heard that before? Right? So are people on there that should be your clients? So why are you making it about you? Right? So like the cool thing about life is you never know what's going to come your way. So as I go through these slides here, I'm going to fly through them. About half of what I had prepared for you guys, it's just not a good fit for today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm big on application and interaction. So as a man of faith, my family and I go to church every Sunday because I think that's a great place to raise children. It feeds my wife a lot. I really struggle with it because I watch people in the congregation, dude, they found it. They felt it. They're all in it. And then they leave and nothing changes. And then they show back the next Sunday and the next Sunday and the next Sunday. Taking action is freaking everything, man. You know what I mean? So all the guys that you're hearing from today and tomorrow, like if this was a school curriculum, they're in like master's degree and I'm in like 8th grade. But check it out. 7th graders look up to 8th graders. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that they're better than me, and it's not that I'm better than you. We're just further ahead in the journey. Okay? Wait's a 4-letter word. Remove it from your vocabulary. You feel me? And take action. All right? Because action is king. And the moment you start, the longer it takes you to start, you're going to finish in the same amount of time. So the longer you wait to start, the longer you wait to finish. Okay? And guys, I hate quitters. All right? As a man of faith, I believe that God hides the beginnings of new things in the end of something else. And if you don't finish, you don't get the gift. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see what I prepared for you guys that's going to work, okay? So here's what I'm going to talk to you guys about: a couple things. Finding your brand DNA. I've been a client of Brand Builders Group in Nashville, Tennessee for 4 years now, and I've learned a ton from those guys, all right? We're going to talk about your brand DNA. We're going to talk about creating captivating content, content consistency, and then all your content, guys, I like to call them weapons of mass distribution. All right, so let's see what we got here. Beyond every transaction, guys, there is a story. If you're not online, you got to get online, okay? People can't buy from you if they don't know you're there. All right, I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. People are spending 6, 8, 10 hours a day on a device. It's my opinion that if you're not on that device, you're going to lose your customers to somebody that is, okay? They're binging on it, right? You got to be on there. Now, they were talking about podcasts and the doors that's opened. Everybody on there, I wanted to get in the room with. And those are just a handful. But before I could get in the room with them, I had to have a reason for them to want to get in the room with me. And that was through the podcast. All right, so it's the ultimate networking tool. There we go. That's where I wanted to go. All right, so let's talk about what a personal brand is. Okay, the genesis of your personal brand, I got this from Brand Builders Group, is your brand DNA. And that consists of one of 3 things. Write this down, and I want you guys doing this exercise with me real quick. All right, what one-word problem do you solve? All right, for me, it's faith. It's their belief in themselves. It's their confidence. All right, your confidence, all that is, right? It's just the memory of past success. Okay? Brad talked a lot about mindset. You got to remember how good you are. Okay? Number 2, you need an expert bio and a brand positioning statement. I'm going to show you mine. Can you guys read that? An expert bio. I had a professional help me write this. I was just like most of you guys. My bio was like 14 pages long. I wanted to list everything that I did, right, all the way down to like putting my socks on that day. You know what I mean? So you want to have a really, really good expert bio that basically summarizes who you are and why you're good at what you do, but more importantly, the results that you get for your customers. That makes sense? This is my brand positioning statement. I've hung around with some awesome people and I've learned from a lot. Everything that I say that I get credit for a lot of times, I didn't say it first. As a matter of fact, I don't think anybody's going to say anything this weekend that somebody else didn't say first at some point in time. You know? So it really don't matter, does it? Did it help somebody? That's my brand positioning statement, breaking down the playbook of top performers so that you can get to that next level too. All right? So let's stop right there for just a minute. What one-word problem does one of you guys solve? Who has it? Mindset? All right. And you would take that one-word problem solution, right, and apply that. Your expert bio should appeal to that, right? And then your brand positioning statement should be how you solve that problem. That makes sense? Who else? Who else has got a one-word problem they solve? Yes, sir. Strength. All right. So let's talk about that. So obviously, how would you talk about your bio, in your expert bio, how you solve that one-word problem? Boom, which leads to your brand statement, which would be what from that?
That I bring the best in you and take the weakness out of you and bring the strength out.
And if you can even sort of maybe, I'm saying I'm breaking down the playbook, right? That's kind of like the results of what the action items that I'm taking to get you those results. So let's stay right there for just a moment. Let's think about that again. So do it again one more time. All right, with what tools maybe?
Self-development.
There it is. Boom, right? That's awesome. Anybody else want to do it? Yeah. Knowledge? All right, beautiful. So how would your expert bio highlight the knowledge that you bring?
Or the statement or the bio?
The bio. I want to talk about the bio for just a second. Yes, sir.
The bio will be on what I can help and how I can help educate you based on what I've learned in my career.
So you'd use your track record of success, right, to basically do that. Now let's talk about that brand statement.
Before you invest in anything, invest in yourself.
Before you invest in anything, invest in yourself. All right. So when you invest to get a return, right?
Yeah, so exactly. Before they invest in my investment or they invest in other people's investments, invest in yourself and understand the education that you need to make the best investment decision.
Not bad. Not bad. I like it. Anybody else before I move on? Any questions so far? Yes, sir. Abundance?
Yeah, abundance.
I like that word. I like that word.
I coach men to rise from scarcity to abundance across their body, their mindset, their relationships, and business.
Okay. Abundance. All right. So your expert bio would talk about the reasons that you're qualified to do. So one of my favorite quotes is you're most uniquely qualified and powerfully positioned to serve the person that you used to be. Okay. That's I'll give Rory Vaden credit for that one because that's where I heard it, right? So think about what I just said and how would you apply that in your brand positioning statement? Boom, that's perfect.
300-pound, burned a 17-year marriage to the ground, failed the business, and totally got disconnected from God. And had to transform myself.
Would that get your attention? That's pretty solid. That's awesome. All right, any questions so far? If I'm moving too fast, let me know. All right, so I said it before. I believe this with all my heart. And honestly, it was a conversation the first day I ever met Brad. He showed me this because we were killing it in the world of insurance with static images. This is before the pandemic. All right. And he looked at my Instagram and he said, there's no video. And I was like, yeah, dude, we're killing it with pictures. And he said, well, would you be killing it more with video? It's pretty honest and simple question. I was like, I don't know. And he said, well, let me know how it works out. So we started doing, got a camera guy fired up, ready to rock and roll. I'm a big believer in I think to truly be able to hire people that can help you, you got to understand what it is they're doing and respect it to a degree, right? So I didn't know how to hire agencies until I started DIYing it, right? Doing it myself. So that now all of a sudden I started respecting the time that it spent when somebody was watching hours of Nick on camera to go in and find the good stuff. I can also tell you guys, I'm going to show you a clip in a minute, that just on my Instagram alone, we'll hit 7,000 posts on Instagram probably within the next 60 days based on how we're scaling it. There's at least 3,500 clips or shorts that we put on Instagram that did not have a call to action, that were just noise. They were just noise. But the one thing that by being consistent proved was people started to understand that that consistency shows them examples of how you run your business, that you're serious about your business. So when I first started replicating what Brad was putting on Instagram on mine, all the way down to the little rhino ticker he had at the bottom that showed basically the time lapse of the video, mine was my initials. And people called me and are like, dude, we can tell you're serious about this based on the production value of what it was that we were putting out. So I'm a big believer in production. You're going to hear multiple ways to do the same thing, and they all work. Okay, there's some really good golfers out there that have a horrible golf swing, but they can score, right? They can score well. So at the end of the day, as long as you're reaching the people that need your help, all of them, not some of them, all of them, and you're getting them the help that they need, it really don't matter how you did it, right? You're here to get fed. My 14-year-old son said that to, I heard him say that to one of his friends. They were like, they said, he was like, hey, just do this. And they were like, I'm trying. He goes, would you try to get a glass of water, or would you just go get one? You know,
like that.
So stop trying.
I like that.
Stop
like that.
trying. Just do it.
I like that.
Just do it. You guys saw the laundry list of stuff that the companies that I run and so on and so forth. 2022 was the first year that my wife and I ever made as much money not working as we did working. And that's because Instagram runs 24/7, 365 when you don't. You know what I mean? The stuff works. You're putting it out over and over and over again. And guys, people believe what they see the most. Okay, most of what we know in Western civilization, we're in the Western, that's the right hemisphere, right? Western civilization is based on what we saw on TV. It's called paid programming. So how much are you programming other people in your direction? In the world of podcasting, you can look, it's following the same evolution that radio did when it started. Radio started out as crappy audio only, and then it got better, and then they added the visual element of it, right? Ads started being a thing within those. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that what podcasting's doing right now? How many of you guys had a podcast? All right, let's see. Who has Brian? I'm going to pick on Brian Smith because I like him. All right, Brian, you just started yours. How many episodes have you aired?
Today was the 10th one.
10th one. When did you air your first one?
About 8 weeks ago.
8 weeks ago. So he's killing it. He's doing at least one a week, right? I'm going to tell you guys a quick little thing for your podcast. I'm a big believer in consistency and regularity. All right, and I'm going to use a baseball reference. Who here has ever heard the name Wally Pipp before? Brian has. All right, who's Wally Pipp?
He was the guy that had a headache when Lou Gehrig got his first game.
Wally Pipp was the first baseman for the New York Yankees, and he took a sick day. And the guy that replaced him was a guy named Lou Gehrig. It does. Lou Gehrig played the next 2,100 games in a row. All right, so when I first launched my podcast, it aired on a Tuesday. And that was my one thing, is no matter what, every Tuesday we have to drop an episode. We cannot miss, right? And the reason is because I want to be a part of people's lives, okay? And if my podcast is a part of their life and I take a day off, they're not just going to not listen to something. They're going to listen to somebody else, and I run the risk of losing them.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So commitment is everything, guys. Commitment is everything. I already said that people can't buy from you if they do not know about you, okay? Let's see. Now, the buyer's journey, they're going to cover that tomorrow. The best customer is the returning customer. Brad mentioned referrals. Guys, you're looking for content, okay? Any of the, when somebody leaves you a great review, screenshot it. You can black out their name if you want to, whatever you need to do. Are y'all twins? Brothers? Man, that just caught me off guard. I want some double mint gum now. All right, so where was that? I lost my place. Screenshot the testimonial. That's right. Guys, that's easy content. Easy content. Have you ever asked the client that left that testimonial to shoot a video and send it to you? It's easy. Really easy. You know what I mean? So Warren Buffett said that the purpose of a business is to create a customer that creates another customer. Okay? Customers have to understand who they're doing business with. Now, as I was listening to all this, there was so many directions I wanted to go. All right, so all of you are consumers. You all have your favorite restaurants, your favorite stores, and so on and so forth. All right? Who has, I want to hear somebody's favorite restaurant.
Cactus Club.
What is it?
Cactus Club.
Cactus Club. Why is it your favorite restaurant?
Because it's consistent and it's always good.
Consistent and always good. All right, give me somebody else's favorite, I don't know, coffee joint. Nobody drink coffee?
Starbucks.
Starbucks? Why Starbucks?
Because they have the best oat milk lattes.
The best lattes?
Oat milk lattes.
Oatmeal lattes. All right, who else? Let's see. Your favorite retail store? Nike. Before they went woke? All right. Man, hold on, let me take my shoes off real quick. All right, so why Nike? All right, so you heard multiple reasons why people like certain places that they consume from, okay? Are you being aware of the reasons that you like those and applying those to your business for others? Why do other people want to consume from you? Like, you're already a student of the game. You're a consumer. All you're doing is talking to yourself. You know what I mean? But you got to learn what it is you're going through, all your experiences, okay? All right, so the reputation formula. It's your reputation is your results times your reach. What you have accomplished and how many people know about it. Okay? So you can all agree that you can reach more people on your phones than you can in person, right? So there's, a good amount of people in this room, but when I run the content from this, what I'm talking about right now on Instagram, it's going to reach 10x or 100x more people. Right? So the bottom line is I'm telling people over and over and over again, here's my track record, right? And then like the more that people believe that, the more my personal brand grows, the more results I'm going to get. So at the end of the day, guys, more people knowing who you are and what you're great at and why, that is the name of the game. And that's why you got to keep putting stuff out. There's a lot of noise out there, right? There's a lot of noise. There's two types of content marketing that we like to really pay attention to. All right? And number one is informative, and number two is transformative. We're all really bad about creating informative marketing. That's a bunch of useless, or not necessarily useless, but a bunch of information that's easily forgotten. And transformative marketing is people remember how that marketing made them feel. Okay? So one of Brad's gifts is Brad's funny, and he makes everybody feel good when you spend time around him. Not many people leave and say, I didn't have a good time around that guy. You might not remember everything that he said, but you're going to remember how he made you feel. You know what I mean? So when you get called on or picked out or singled out or whatever else, it makes you feel a certain way. And that's usually what you remember, right? Not necessarily the information. So going back to what they were talking about with their hands and so on and so forth, remember, like, you want to appear confident, right? Because isn't that going to make that person feel a different way than if you're not?